Alright, what's up guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. It's been a little bit since I put out a video. I've been pretty busy with family stuff and getting ready for the holidays. We've also been doing a lot of club stuff, so I haven't been filming too much of that. But I am now working on the Tacoma. I'm getting ready to put my winch all on. I got a Smitty built winch. I think it's an XRC or something like that. It's got the synthetic line and comes with a wireless remote that you can plug in or disconnect to make it wireless. Got your fair lead there. So I got this quite a bit tore down. That way I can start mocking up to put the winch on the front. I didn't film taking any of this apart. It's pretty straightforward. I got the grill taken off. This is my trans cooler that I made to fit on this. I made these brackets here, and this is just one I got off Amazon. I'll try to put the link down in the description for this in case you guys are wanting to do that. But I had this mounted a little bit lower, so I needed to raise it up. That way I can tuck the winch up as far as possible down here. I'm going to be leaving the front bumper on this. I want to keep the stock look and do kind of like a hidden winch, so I'll be keeping that and tucking that up as far as I can. I'm probably going to be mounting off this these front frame ends, and then underneath down here where the tow hooks are, I picked up a plate from Harbor Freight. This is just a generic winch plate, so I'm going to try to go off of this and cut it down and see if I can't get it to work on the front of this. So I made a little bit more progress on the front winch mount. I took some 3/8 2-inch flat bar here. I cut a piece for the bottom, and then I drilled that for the holes that go to the factory tow hooks. And then on the front here, I took the factory bumper piece off and drilled those, put those plates here. This will end up getting welded across here. They're pretty much the same on both sides, so I just replicated that side to side. Got those mounted up, and then I modified the Harbor Freight winch plate to where it'll sit up top here and go in between both of those. So it'll sit on these lower pieces and then go in between these two front pieces, and I'll weld that all the way around. I'm probably going to put a support here, kind of like an angled piece, to brace it up a little bit, but that's where I'm at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and tack this all together, or tack a couple spots and see how it looks, and then move on to the next thing. Alright guys, so I got the winch plate all tacked together. I also got the lower valance piece cut a little bit, trying to fit that around the winch plate and see how that's gonna snug up against there. But it is not quite fitting. These corners are touching more than I'd like, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off here, and then I'm gonna make a plate that goes from here over to here to kind of brace it a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that cut, and then I'll make those plates for the brace and tack those in place, and then see how the valance fits. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I'm back out here working on the front winch plate. I got a little bit more progress done. I got these cut at an angle so they can clear the valance a little bit better. I also cut these pieces as just kind of angled braces to support it a little bit better. So everything is tacked together, and I welded as much as I could while it was on the vehicle. That is definitely something you should try to do so you can minimize the warpage. So I'll flip this over here and show you guys this piece. This is the piece that holds the factory skid plate. I just chopped off both ends there, and then that fits nice and snug in between these two pieces on the bumper or the winch plate. So that'll fit really nice there, and I can weld those up in those spots on both sides. This will end up being in the factory location, and then the factory skid plate just bolts up to here. So that is looking good. I just got to finish welding the rest of this, and then we should be ready for paint, and we can put it back on. So I got everything all welded up. I got the piece that holds the skid plate on here. That piece is all on there. Everything is completely finished welded. I got some paint on there, just kind of covering up the areas that were bare metal. So I'm waiting for that to dry, and then once that's all dry, I can start putting on the winch and bolting that back up and wire it all in. Alright, so I got the winch all put back in. The tray or the winch mount is all bolted up. The winch is sitting in there. I did have to rotate this side piece to engage and disengage it. I had to rotate it down so I can have a hole here in the valance piece to be able to get to that. It was a little too tucked up in here when it was up top, so that is all rotated. Plates bolted up, got the factory hooks on here. Down the road I'm probably gonna weld on some D-rings to either this or make something down here for a couple other towing points, but for now this will work. And then on this cross member piece up here, I had to trim that just because the winch is so far tucked up in there, it was touching it. So I got that all trimmed, and it fits pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. So now I'm trying to figure out a spot to put this control box So once I get that all figured out where I want it, I can get that mounted in there and then wire it up so we can test it out. Alright, I got a heck of a mess going on in here. I got stuff kind of scattered everywhere. I've been working on this quite a bit. Got it most of the way wrapped up. The lower valance pieces put back on. I had to do some more trimming here so it would clear, as well as over here for the engagement. I got the rope put on there. I'm getting ready to spool that in. The wires are all ran back up underneath here and up to the top, and then I ended up making a bracket that goes off the side here for the box. I did end up breaking the switch, so I got this on here for at the moment till I can get a new one and put back in there. Wires are all tucked across the front here over to the battery. I have them just set like this. I'm probably going to change that around so they're connected here in the back, but it's kind of getting full with other power cables, so it might stay like that for a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty much done. I'm getting ready to fire this up and spool this in and make sure everything is working. So I'm going to grab the remote over here and see if we got power and if everything's working. You click that on wireless and then change the switch up there. Looks like it's working, so now we can spool the line all the way in. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Got the winch all done and wrapped up. That's very nice. I've been wanting to get that done for quite a while, so that'll be nice when we're out wheeling to have that in case we get stuck. We'll definitely have to go take it out and get it stuck and see how the winch does, but so far I think it's really nice. The quality seems very well on it, other than breaking that switch. That kind of sucks. That was totally my fault, but I'll get a new one of those and then I can throw that on. So other than that, that's going to be it for this one. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. We got a bunch more coming this next year, so stay tuned for that stuff, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.